It's Amanju. Welcome back to my Superflat Survival Challenge. I have just got back from a trip to the nether and I've collected a lot of things, and now I'm going to make use of the stuff that I got. For one thing, I collected enough ancient debris to make 15 netherite scrap, which with that I can make 3 netherite ingots. I also incidentally got a crap load of gold. And I got 1 additional netherite ingot and 3 smithing templates, plus an armor trim. Now, I don't know about the snout armor trim, whether or not I want to use that right now. But the smithing templates, I know. I want to use those right now. I thought about saving one to duplicate with diamonds, because if I have 7 diamonds, I can make a duplicate of the template. But diamonds are hard to get in a super flat world. It might be possible for me to find 7 diamonds in the nether, but not easy. And I could find that many diamonds in the end, but I don't want to wait that long. It seems to me like in a super flat world, it will be easier for me to just find more of the smithing template upgrades than it would be for me to find enough diamonds to make a copy of it. So I'm going to immediately use all 3 of those templates to upgrade 3 diamond things. The first upgrade obviously has to be my Silk Touch pick. Right? That's clearly what I need. That will give the pick better durability and more efficiency. Definitely want that. The second thing I want to upgrade is clearly my chest plate. Make my best piece of armor that much better. And the third thing is a little tougher to decide, but I think I'm going to go with my sword. Now I have a pick that allows me to mine faster, more efficiently. I have better armor, and I have better ability to deal damage. As far as the snout armor trim, I'm not sure if I should use that yet or not. I'm going to be exploring at least one more bastion, probably more than one more. I'm going to be exploring another fortress, and eventually I'll be exploring some end cities, so there's other places I can get armor trims. Let me know in the comments if you think I should use that right away, and what I should use it on. I really haven't decided yet. The next thing I should do, I can finally get a Fletcher, because I can get flint. Now if I break the gravel with my Silk Touch shovel, I'm just going to get gravel every time. If I break it by hand, there's a chance it'll drop as flint, which it actually did that time, but most of the time it's just going to drop as gravel. If I use my Fortune 3 enchanted hoe, it should drop as flint every time. There, now I have 2 pieces of flint. How many wood? There. Now I have a fletching table. And now I can turn one of the 3 villagers that doesn't have a job yet, or at least is not locked into a profession yet, I should say, and give one of them the job of Fletcher. I'm a little worried, though, because I have a lot of extra cauldrons sitting around. Maybe one of them will, when I break their workstation, will immediately decide to become a leather worker. Maybe not. Maybe the cauldrons are out of range. Alright! Now have a Fletcher. Now, to be honest, I don't really know that I need a Fletcher for anything, but I do have a lot of sticks I can sell. What can I say? I've been farming a lot of trees, breaking a lot of leaves with my Fortune 3 pick, and getting a lot of sticks. Oh, he also buys string. I have a lot of string. Alright, I'll work on leveling that guy up over time. What else? Well, seeing that I now have access to lots of lava in the nether, I think I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to tear down this lava farm and use the pointed dripstone now to farm clay blocks, converting mud blocks to clay blocks so I can make more terracotta. Put the extra lava buckets into my smelter for now. Next thing on my agenda, take the soul sand, or one piece of it anyway. And I'm gonna make a bubble elevator. So I made this route up and down to my fort down there. The way down is nice and quick and efficient, but the way back up has this long, slow ladder. And I think it would be cool if I put a bubble elevator in here. Thing is, though, I can't just put soul sand there. To get the bubble column to go all the way up here, I'm going to have water sources up the entire length of it. I can make those water sources by planting kelp in the flowing water stream, and that will turn that space into a water source. But I can't plant kelp on soul sand in Bedrock Edition. You can in Java Edition, but not in Bedrock Edition for some reason. So I'm going to start with that mud block. Hopefully I can plant kelp on mud blocks. I haven't tested that. I know I can't plant them on soul sand. I was hoping that. This guy sells respiration for 18 emeralds. Hold that thought. Okay, respiration 3 from you. There we go. Alright, put some water here. But I don't want to just have this dark shaft all the way up. I think there should be windows in this shaft. Glad I have respiration. I never have enough air to make it up the length of this thing without it. I only had one kelp to begin with, so I guess I bone meal this thing until I can't anymore and break it. So I'm going to grow as much kelp as I can this way, then float up there and grab it. Alright. Let's head up here to as high as it goes. Collect as much kelp as I can get. That's it. Let's go back down. That should be plenty enough kelp to do it, so alright, here goes. Hopefully I have enough air to do this. No way I could have done this without water breathing or respiration. Keep planting it. Keep going up. Alright, we made it. Whew. That was a pain in the buttocks. Alright, be easy to get back down again. That bee startled me. I thought it was like some kind of angry hostile mob. And break that. And then put soul sand, and now I have a bubble column. And this should take me all the way to the top. I was hoping I could see out better, but I can't really see anything out there. Not really. Alright, that's cool. I'm going to ride this ride again. Whee! Let's go down here. And then let's come back out this way. Pretty awesome. It's too bad I can't really see out as well. I guess the glass windows really wasn't as helpful as I thought it would be. Anyway, that's cool that I could do that now that I have soul sand. Another thing I'd like to do with the stuff I brought back is make a basalt generator. When a lava source passes over soil adjacent to blue ice, it generates basalt. And it's best to do this in the nether because lava flows faster in the nether, so it will produce the basalt faster. Otherwise, it's a similar concept to a cobblestone generator, except it works a lot faster. It may be possible to use some redstone to automate this process, but look how fast I'm generating this stuff. I don't really need it to be any faster than this. Let's see how much of this stuff I can get in 10 minutes. To be honest, I'm not really a big fan of basalt. I don't really like it as a building block, but I do like smooth basalt. I think that's a really cool looking building block. So I'm going to smelt this basalt down and use it to make something with. Alright, I got to cut this experiment short at 6 minutes. I have as much basalt as I'm going to use in a lifetime. One last thing I want to do. I have this stone generator, and it works, it's pretty good, but with the efficiency of the pick that I have now, the pick works a lot faster than the stone generator does. And now that I've brought back some quartz from the nether, I can make a better version of this. One that will take advantage of my efficiency 5 netherite pick. It does require a lot of redstone to make. Well, it takes a lot by the standards of how much I have in this world, because all I have for redstone right now is what I got from witches. But I think I have just enough. You can see that I've added a third story to this building because I want to make the stone generator inside of here. And I need to make a floor that had nothing flammable because I'm going to have lava in here. Now, I've built this stone generator before. When I built it before, I think it was the last time I did Skyblock in Bedrock Edition. I think I did a pretty thorough explanation of it, but it's been a while, and even though I might be repeating myself if you've seen all of my videos, I think it's worth talking about again. This is a design that will only work in Bedrock Edition. It doesn't work in Java Edition because it's going to rely on waterlogged pistons. You can't waterlog pistons in Java Edition. I'm going to start by making a chest to collect the stuff in and a line of hoppers 5 long. And then I'm going to put some blocks here. I'm using crying obsidian. It has to be something that a piston can't push. I'm using crying obsidian because I don't have any other use for crying obsidian. The regular obsidian I have, I might use some of that, but I have other uses for that, so I want to save it if I can. Now over here I want to put a line of 5 pistons. There. 5 pistons like that. I'm going to want to waterlog those pistons, so I need to make sure that I surround the pistons with solid blocks so the water won't get out. Put a redstone torch under there. And then dust along the top. That activates all of the pistons. I need those pistons to work on a timer, and I'm going to use an Athonium hopper clock for that. Actually, let me use this piston to demonstrate. So if I turn power onto this redstone dust, this torch, which you can barely see, but that torch right there will turn off, right? So that torch turns off and it retracts the pistons. So whenever this redstone dust is powered, the pistons will retract. When it's not powered, they'll extend. So I'm going to use a clock to turn on and off that redstone dust. This design for an Athonium hopper clock will work in Java Edition as well as Bedrock Edition, but in Java Edition, to make it work, these pistons have to be sticky pistons. They're going to push this redstone block back and forth. I'm going to put next to that 2 hoppers facing into each other, like so. And here's what I need the quartz for. I need to make a couple of redstone comparators. They output a redstone signal proportional to how full the container they're facing out of is. Since these are both empty right now, well, they're not putting on any signal. If I was to put, like, I'll go with 6 sticks into this hopper. That hopper's going to push everything into this hopper, all those sticks. Since this hopper is locked because it's powered by that block of redstone, it won't be able to push the sticks back. So they all get pushed into there. Now, this comparator is putting out a signal to show there's stuff in this hopper. This comparator is not putting out a signal because there's no stuff in this hopper. Now, when the comparator outputs a signal, it powers this block, which, whoops, would power that piece of redstone dust, which will power the piston and cause it to push. So now, you see the hopper empties, then the redstone block gets pushed in front of it, so it can no longer push sticks out. I guess I should probably put more items in here to demonstrate it better. So, because it'll be a longer clock that way, and I don't need it that long, but what happens is once this hopper empties out, now the piston push the redstone block in front of this hopper, it can no longer push items out, and so it fills up with this hopper. It's able to push the items out. So this clock will work at a pace depending on how many items you put in there. The more items you put in, the faster it operates. And if I put this power switch on here, it will deactivate it. Not sure how many items to put in here. I'm gonna go with 6 items. That's pretty rapid. We'll see if that's too fast or not. If it's too fast, I can add more items. So what happens here is when these pistons move this redstone block, as it's moving from one place to the other, the redstone dust is not powered. Very briefly, for like a fraction of a second. For that fraction of a second, this redstone torch turns on. It's just a really quick pulse. That's long enough to cause those pistons to activate, then retract. So what's going to happen is I'm going to generate stone right in front of these pistons. And then the pistons will periodically push the stone out here in front of where the hoppers are, where I'll be standing mining, breaking that stone, which will then get picked up into these hoppers. Go ahead and waterlog each of these pistons. Okay. Put a lava source on top of here. And that will turn everything to stone. It's not strictly necessary, but I'd like to put a lava source in each of these spaces, and I can. I think it will work faster that way. It couldn't hurt. There. 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 I'll cover that over for safety purposes. Alright, I think it's good to go. Just out of curiosity. Yeah, I had 2 redstone dust to spare. So I had just enough to do that. Alright, flip the switch on. And it will operate. Now, I have to be careful of my aim here. I don't want to aim too low because I'll break the hoppers, and then I'll have to rebuild everything. I want to aim straight ahead. It actually could be a little faster, I think. It still needs to be time for the lava to flow down and make stone. But yeah, I think I can be a little faster than this. Alright, hang on. Let's try 5 sticks. That's just right. That's just right. Just about as fast as I can mine it. There may be further adjustment needed because it looks like some of the stuff is falling out. Let's see if that works better. I've seen designs for a stone generator that's even faster than this. But the only reason I could think of why you'd want one that fast is if you had a haste beacon and were able to insta-mine stone. I've never bothered with that. This is plenty fast enough for me. Alright, hang on. Let's turn this off. How much stone do I have now? That's a healthy amount. Let me empty that out. I will time this to see how fast it is. Let it run for about 5 minutes. That's how long the basalt generator I made ran for. And see what I get out of it. Oh shoot. Okay, so it's been 6 minutes. I kind of lost track. I may need to slow it down a little bit because I'm getting some blocks that are getting pushed out, but not too shabby for 6 minutes, I would say. Nice, easy way to get all the stone I need. Okay, so with that done, I have added a lot of new things to the overworld thanks to the stuff I found in the nether, but I'm not done in the nether. There's a lot more I have to do there, a lot more things I have to get. Obviously, I need blaze rods. I'm not going to be able to get to the end and beat this challenge unless I can find a fortress and get blaze rods. And I am going to next time go to the nether and spend as much time as it takes to get me everything else I need there. I will get full netherite gear. I will get a lot of blaze rods. I will finish the nether, however long it takes. I wonder if I can do that without dying. Find out next time on Amon Chooses Superflat Survival Challenge.